If you've been applying for jobs for months and you keep getting silence or rejection emails back to back, this video is for you. So just stay with me. So many people have been reaching out to me saying, Miriam, I've tried everything and I'm still not getting hired. What am I doing wrong? So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you very practical steps that will help you secure a job faster and increase your chances of getting hired in 2025, especially in 2025. So if you're serious about, getting hired, if you're in this category, or maybe you even know someone that is in this category, please share this video with them. You understand? And make sure you watch this video to the very end because every step matters. You understand? You need to follow all of the steps accordingly, right? Hi, if you're new here, my name is Miriam, and on this channel I teach you tools, strategies and simple steps that could help you land remote jobs faster. I also share remote job openings, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Okay, all right, so let me start with something a lot of people don't realize. You see, when a job is being posted, you're not the only one that is applying for that job. Just have that at the back of your mind. People see it on, let's say the job is being posted on WhatsApp, someone will copy it and then post it on Twitter. From Twitter, someone will copy it and post it on a job board. You understand? And before you know it, hundreds of people have already applied to this job. You understand? People apply to this job and this job post end up getting about, hundreds and thousands of applications, right? Now, if the company uses an ATS, your CV will pass through that, filter. And if your CV is good, you'll make it to the shortlist. And sometimes that could be the top 50 or 100 that the recruiter has to check manually. But if the company is not using ATS, it becomes a matter of who applied first, or at the point when the recruiter is actually checking his or her mail or the applications that has come through. You understand? So once they are glancing through the first set of applications that they see, you understand, and these applications would be more favored, you understand, especially if they are good. You understand? So when you see a job application that you're interested in, that you want to apply to, please apply to it immediately. Like, you should already have like a cover letter template that you use. You should also have a CV that you use. If maybe, for an example, you're interested in a customer service role, admin role, you should already have CVs that are tailored to these roles, so that when you don't have to start, crafting your CV from beginning. You might just need to, touch up one or two things so that it doesn't, take so much of your time, and so that when you see this job post, you can quickly apply. That might help you to be, one of the early people that applies for the job, and this could actually favor you. You understand? So you don't have to be waiting, you don't have to, archive or save it for, oh, I'm going to apply to this later in the night. Don't wait, because hundreds of people have already applied before you. So please apply to it quickly. That could actually help. Now again, if your CV goes through the ATS, so let's say the company actually uses an ATS, what is going to determine if, and let's say you are, one of the 100 that was shortlisted, right? What's going to determine if you get moved to the next stage of interview is most times your location, your experience level, and how well your CV matches what the hiring manager wants. So in terms of, skills, clarity, and relevance. So just make sure that your CV hits all of these key points, and make sure that you apply very fast. Immediately you see the job post, click on apply and do the needful. Another thing that could help you get hired faster is by being a familiar name. And how can you do this? You can do this by, sending cold email outreach to the company that you're interested in. So when you see a company that you would like to work with, you can send them a cold email outreach. And this could be done even before the company puts out a job post. You understand? So maybe you're interested in working with a particular company, you could just send them an email. Also try to always get the decision makers of that company. It could be the HR, the talent acquisition person, or even the founder or the CEO of the company. That is if it is a small company, you can easily reach out to the founder. You understand? So try to get these emails, and in getting these emails, you can use tools like apollo.io, Onta. I'll also be sharing the links to these tools in the description, right? So just check it out. So after getting the email address of these people, you can now, craft your email script. You send a short professional email to them. Don't send long paragraph emails, right? Nobody has time to read long emails. Just introduce yourself, state your value, the value that you bring, very important, and then attach your CV and then your portfolio. Then you send it to them, and then after maybe 2 to 3 days you send a follow-up, right? So this alone increases your chances massively because your name is going to stick. You understand? So by the time they now post a job and then you apply, you will see that your name is already a familiar name in their system and also in their heads. You understand? So even when you see a job, and you apply to it, you can still reach out out, you can still send out a cold email to the company. You can quickly reach out to the HR person saying, oh, I recently applied to this job and so on. You can add your CV and your portfolio in that mail, you understand? And this HR person, when they see your application, they are going to know that this person is really, really interested in getting this job. You understand? So doing all of this gives you that boost, you understand, to land you those interviews they are seeking for. And that thing that you could do is by using social media platforms, because you could actually get hired by people just referring you. You understand? Because and also you when you're applying for jobs, you will see there's a part where when you're filling the form and they ask you, were you referred by anybody from this company? So that works. So you can go on places like LinkedIn and reach out to the HR person of that company that you've applied to, or maybe someone that works with the company, and then you just send them a comment, drop a comment on their post, or you just like, and then you like their post, and then you follow them, and then you try to send them a message. It could even be a friendly message to start with. I always advise you to send a friendly message, you understand? And along the line, tell them, oh, I recently applied to your company, that you really like to get a job, and what do they think that you can do, and you will see that you never can tell. A conversation might actually spark up between that person and the HR of the company, and they'll just bring you up. So this is something that you can actually do. And if you feel like LinkedIn is too serious, people are always very professional on LinkedIn. So if you feel like it's too serious, you can use places like Twitter. I mean, leaving testimony from getting jobs on Twitter, you understand? So, and trust me, most of these people are also on Twitter. Once you know their name, you can search for them on any social media platform, right? So go on places like Twitter, and because Twitter, is more, you can easily approach somebody on Twitter, right? So like I said again, just try to grab the attention by dropping a tweet. When they tweet, you respond to their tweets, and then you like. So you can just open up their profile and then respond to about the first the most recent three tweets, right? And then you like, and then you follow them, and then you send a friendly DM. And from there, you can start connecting with them and telling them, oh, I recently applied to your company, or I would like to get a job with your company, and all of those things. So in doing that, it increases your chances of getting a job with this particular company by them referring you. You understand? Now, before I go to the major one, I just hope you watch this video to the end, because you don't want to miss it. So this one I'm going to be talking about is, if you want to increase your chances of getting hired in 2025 and you're from countries like Nigeria, you should target small startup. Yeah, companies that are just starting out. There are a lot of them out there. You can go to Y Combinator to find them. You can go to Wellfound, Crunchbase. You just apply to the jobs that they post, or even better, you can reach out to them via emails, just like I explained earlier. So you can find the startup founder, the CEO, the HR person, if they have an HR person. So if you see a startup with 50 people working in the company, or 100 people, anything less than 250, right? You can easily approach them and actually get a job with them. Especially anyone that has less than 100, you can send them a very good, properly curated email, and then you follow up with them, maybe after 2 days, or maybe after 3 days of your first email. Then also try to connect with them on social media platforms, but try not to be too pushy about it. Once they say that you know your stuff and you have what it takes to work with them, they are going to want to hire you understand? And try to also add your portfolio. In fact, always add your portfolio to your email that you're sending out. You understand? One thing you should know is that small startups are always open to hiring proactive people, especially if your skills can help them save cost and grow. You understand? So I'm going to be dropping a list of other places that you can actually find these startups in the description. So after this video, you can go ahead and just check the description for all of that. Now, for the one that I always preach about, which is the one I'm going to be talking about last, right? So if you're a virtual assistant, a social media manager, a graphic designer, a customer support person, a cold caller, a lead generation specialist, all of these jobs that you can actually do as a freelancer, or even a project manager, you can actually go on social media platform. Yes, go on social media platform and get your clients. I like to call them clients. You can call them your employers, right? And you can do this by using DMs, right? By sending them DMs, or what I call conversational DMs. What you can do, like I explained earlier, is to go on places like Twitter and LinkedIn. Just two particular platforms works very well. For me, I've used Twitter to get my clients, like all of my clients, I use Twitter to get them, right? So what you just do is to search for the particular kind of client that you're looking for. Go to their profile, their tweets, target their three most recent tweets, and then engage with it. If it's on what's it called, LinkedIn, you can drop a comment, drop useful, meaningful comments, right, on their three most recent posts. Like and also follow them, right? Do this for like 2-3 days, and then you send them a DM, a friendly DM, right? You try to build a conversation. So I'm going to be dropping the conversational DM script. A link to it will be in the description. So you can just go there and grab yours, right? So you're going to message them, as a friend, and then you're going to be like, at some point you're going to be like, how's your business going? And then how are you juggling business and also showing up on and also showing up on social media, you understand? So you're just trying to like, get to know more about their business, but also like try to know their pain points, you understand? So with this, you can now pitch, you can now, shoot your shots, you understand? So you just check the conversational DM script in the description, and you would understand how to go about it. So personally, I think if you've tried all of this method and it doesn't work for you, and you're in that category of a person that can offer your service as a freelancer, right, or maybe as a contract staff, a contract person, you can actually use this method. It has worked really well for me, and you can try that out, especially if you are from those particular countries that I mentioned, right? Before we end this video, if you've done everything apart from what I've listed, what I've mentioned, and you're still not getting results, I know you say your cover letter is always on point, your CV is always on point, but please try to check it again. Try to check it and see if it is ATS friendly. Is your cover letter sounding, is it generic? Because this is the age of AI, and you can easily go to ChatGPT to go and generate cover letter. But please try to check, because these HR people, they actually know when you use ChatGPT to generate your cover letter. Your cover letter should not sound robotic or generic. You understand? The cover letter is your way of wooing the company that, okay, this is why I want to work with you. This is the value I'm bringing. You understand? And if you need an ATS, a proper ATS friendly CV template, you can check the link in the description to get one, right? If you also need help with applying to jobs and all of those things, you can message me directly with my WhatsApp number. That will also be in the link in the description. So yeah, that will be all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please give it a like, drop a comment, and don't forget to share it with someone that might need it. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.